does.
Hello, everyone, and of course, welcome to Red United TV. It's your boy, Eyewear and Spice, and we are back at again with your latest football podcast as well. Ola was meant to join us. He was here, but he'll be back, just probably having some connection issues. But of course, guys, for those who are tuning in today as well, remember to smash that like button as well and subscribe to Red United TV. We're live across all social media platforms. We're live on Twitch, YouTube, and also Rumble. And for those who would like to follow Red United TV on YouTube and also Instagram as well, Red United TV 1, and follow Red United TV and me personally on X, which is @4_Spice. Let me just bring up Ola, who's with us. Wait, I don't think I can get his feed. Whoa. I don't think he's signed in properly, but Ola, I think you need to sign in and sign my account. Big up to Stephanie as well. That says, big up, everyone. Big up, Stephanie. I hope you're doing well. We've got a lot to discuss today. We've got, of course, the Premier League review, the whole entire review of our thoughts and etc. And we're going to give you guys who we think our player of the year is, and young player of the year as well, goal of the season, and the most improved team, and the most improved player out the league. And, of course, Ten Hag's future is in doubt. There's uncertainty in Ten Hag's future. DiMarzio, who tweeted out yesterday, oh my God, that the FA Cup final might be the last of Erik Ten Hag. Which I hope is not the case. I hope that's not true. But I am hoping there's a bit more to that. Because, of course, DiMarzio himself is the one that's saying this. DiMarzio is saying that, but no one else is saying anything. He happens to have the breaking news, the exclusive news, which doesn't really make sense at all. It don't at all. I'll be very honest with you guys. Continue doing your thing and smash that like button as we continue to talk. As I wait for my of course, my, what should I say, co-host. My bad. I lost myself for a hot second. My co-host, as I'm waiting for him, but I can get started. With you guys. Let me just ensure that everything is done right. I don't know what's going on, but it looks like my thumbnail is not showing properly. You guys let me know. Let me change it and put it to the actual thumbnail. Save that properly. Yeah, that should be it now. Yep, that should be changed. But guys, as I was saying earlier on, continue smashing that like button as we continue going off today's Premier League review. And let me know what your thoughts are in the comments. This is a show for all teams, so it's not just only Manchester United related. It's also for you guys. Let's get straight into it because this season, especially this season, it's been an interesting season. It's been a season where I would say a lot of teams have underperformed. Chelsea underperformed, Manchester United underperformed, Tottenham to an extent, but Tottenham are Spurs. They're Spurs anyway. They're going to do what they do best, which is not do well. And of course, who else didn't do too well? Newcastle, who done so well, who qualified for the Champions League last season, ended up underperforming. Liverpool, to an extent, underperformed towards the end, but was also in a tighter race. Arsenal doing well once again, back-to-back title contenders, 2 seasons in a row. But unfortunately, Arsenal themselves are the ones to blame because they fucked up. They fucked up so much, man. They had it all in their hands and ended up throwing it away. Of course, Ola is a big supporter of Arsenal, was hoping that Arsenal will probably do it, win the Champions, maybe go far in the Premier League and win it as well. But I always said Arsenal will be the team to fold, especially that Champions League night when they got knocked out by Bayern Munich. And I said, you know what? This is just the start of them just losing it all. But Arsenal held up themselves all the way to the last day of the season and ended up losing to Manchester City, who are now the Premier League champion. And I have to say to all Arsenal fans and Arsenal players, I have never seen anyone cry like a baby finishing second. You know, how embarrassing. You finish second and you cry like that. You know, the players, Saka crying, Odegaard crying, Kai Havertz crying. I know it's a lot of effort for them, but I've never seen us cry. Manchester United lost the Premier League and last game of the season due to Aguero, but there was frustration. No one was in tears. Wayne Rooney didn't cry. Wayne Rooney was frustrated. Other players were frustrated. The manager didn't cry, so the manager was angry. He said, "What? You know what? We're never going to lose to Man City on a goal difference." He went to buy Robin van Persie, and then Manchester United ended up winning the Premier League, which was their last Premier League in 2013. But to see Arsenal cry, Arsenal players cry, it was just funny. I just look at these boys, look at these mumus, look at these they're full of mumu boys crying over second place. No one cries over spilt milk, bruv. Second place is a great achievement. Others having some technical issues as I continue to keep the show going. So yes, let me just see if he's back in. I heard a sound. We'll wait. We will wait. But as I was saying, guys, I have to say this season for Manchester United overall has been one of the biggest disappointment. It's been a disappointment from compared to the season that we had last season, finishing third, and for Manchester United to finish 8th. It's been so poor. Lord, you just let me know what is going on with your side, because I think there's a bit of technical issues on your side.
I don't know. I think there are some network, like I don't know, but as soon as talking about network started failing, I don't know what.
I think what you need to do, just turn off your cam, and keep yourself on audio. Maybe it will help with your net connection.
Yeah, I'll figure it out.
Yeah, but yes, as I was saying, guys, yes, a season of where ups and downs, especially for Manchester United. So many injuries. Newcastle had injuries, Brighton, Manchester United had injuries, other teams had some hectic injury that affected them a lot. A biggest surprise as well was Aston Villa finishing in the Champions League position, which had done extremely well. Big up to Unai Emery, who's the Don, who helped. Who helped Aston Villa get to a Champions League position as well. I forgot that he's talking to other people as well at the same time. He didn't put himself on mute. But guys, as I said before earlier on, let's get straight into it because I'm waiting for Ola. You just let me know what's going on when you're ready to talk, because I want to get your overall thoughts on the season entirely before we break it down to awards. Friend, who's your player of the year, young player of the year, goal of the year, manager of the year as well, and
Yo,
also.
Ivorian, can you hear me?
Hmm? Yeah. We're waiting for you to have your overall thoughts
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
season entirely,
Okay. I
which
think
is over
I
to
think
you.
on the season, yeah. First off, I need to give a very big shout out to Ademola Lookman on winning the UEFA Europa League yesterday for Atlanta.
Yes.
Actually, the first African player to score an hat trick in an Europa final. Even the first player, not just an African player, the first player to score an hat trick in an Europa League final. Fantastic. Three very good goals and stepping up in the important moments for Atlanta and winning them that trophy. I think it has been unfair on him and some other Nigerian players. He got to the AFCON final, which you guys, the Ivorians,
Yeah, I
won.
know.
And
He got to three finals this year.
yes, I know. I know. Also the Coppa Italia. I think so start Bonita Nigerian international, but at least they won the Bundesliga doing the invisible, but for a very great achievement for him into the Premier League and this Premier League season. I think Manchester City are beginning to turn this Premier League into a one-sided league, or because we all claim the Premier League is the toughest league in the world. This that. Fine, we know there are some things that make us say that, but Manchester City are just running away with this league. 4 leagues in a row. No one had done that. Last season they did the treble. Now, United fans, we can't brag about the treble again because Manchester City they're winning 4 league titles in a row, and
Mm-hmm.
most likely even win the fifth. They are the favorite to win the fifth league title because they still have the best squad in the league. They are still going to recruit and get more players. Congratulations to them for on winning the Premier League. Not sure 2 points, but I think I was expecting them to get over the line time around because they got in players like Declan Rice, George winners, league winners, and I get them
I think we're
to win the
losing a bit. I think we're losing your connection a bit.
league. But I believe better should be better. Like some teams who are not as good as they should be now might be better next season. I think Arsenal will have that opportunity. Like a huge chance. So games, a lot of interesting games, a lot of goals, a lot of good performances.
Mm.
No share now. I'm having no share. Why are you?
Yeah, I don't think this is the best connection for Ola right now. He really needs to sort his connection. But as Ola was saying earlier on, of course, Man City as well, and we need to recognize that Man City themselves. Oh my God, 4 Premier League titles in a row, setting a record, being the first team to win 4 Premier League titles in a row, and overachieving. And not overachieving, I mean going ahead of Manchester United. And under our watch, it's very embarrassing to see Manchester City first of all equal our 3 in a row because we've done that. We've three-peat twice. They've done it for their three-peat once, but for them to win it 4 in a row is one hell of achievement. And I have to pay respect to them as well because as our rivals, we should be ashamed and embarrassed. However, guys, we should be looking at that and again saying that this should be us. We shouldn't be allowing this to happen under our watch. And we allowed it to happen on our watch to allow City to three-peat for the first time. Because again, I said before, we three-peat twice, but we allowed them to go and do a four-peat, which is unusual in the Premier League. And it's on our watch, and we should be embarrassed. And by the same time, I say this is a bar for us that's been set for us to to achieve now to try and replicate what City's done. And I hope the Ineos group can.
But Ivorian,
Mhm.
do you think Liverpool
I would say I think based on your data and your connection, you should just put yourself on audio only. Let me see if I can do that myself. Yeah, I think we've lost Allah. I'm gonna message him and tell him to put himself on audio only. But big up guys to smash that like button and share across all social media platforms as we continue to. Yes, what I was saying. I was gonna let Ola. As I was saying earlier on, guys, for those who are watching, I'm gonna let Ola just put himself on audio only. Where was I, guys? Back to what I was saying earlier on. They put themselves. They've set the bar, and the owners themselves, Ineos, now know exactly what they need to do, and they've been knowing it for a very long time. What they need to do is about how they're going to execute that situation. And I'll be honest with you, I'm not 100% confident, and I'm not 100% sure that Ineos will do what they do to get to City's level, because we're a long way from it right now. We've got a long way to go, and the steps are trying to catch up with the rest of the teams, such as the Chelseas, the Tottenhams, and the Aston Villas right now. Because Aston Villa finished fourth, we finished eighth, and we've got an opportunity to go to Europe by beating Manchester City in the FA Cup final. I'm gonna go straight into the Wolves section, of course, because we've 18 minutes into this, and of course, we only wanted to talk about this for 30 minutes in total, and then move on to Eric Ten Hag's uncertain future. I'll be honest with you, when I'm talking about player of the season this year, for me personally, I'm looking at there's three contenders in my opinion. My first nominate contender would be Phil Foden, of course. And I would be honest with you, Cole Palmer has been extremely good, but I think I'll pull him in the young player of the year category. Bukayo Saka, and last but not least, in terms of player of the season, in terms of my top three so far, I would probably have to go with Odegaard. He's been extremely excellent for Arsenal this season. What a playmaker he is as well, especially I believe that last two games, where the pass that he gave for onto I believe it's Havertz, who ran onto it to finish it. But player of the year for me has to go to Phil Foden. Phil Foden, instrumental season, instrument. He's just been insane, fantastic, great. Phil Foden. The goals he scored, the important goals, even in the Champions League, but especially in the Premier League, I would agree with what the Premier League has gone for, which is Phil Foden, because I believe he is truly the player of the season. Ola, do we have you back?
can you hear me, Ivorian?
Yeah. We're just going into the player of the year
Yeah.
section, and I have gone for Phil Foden for this season.
Yeah.
I would like to know who you would go for Player of the Year.
I think I have great love for Cole Palmer, but I will still stick with Phil Foden for the
Mm-hmm.
player of the season. And
Mm-hmm.
because Cole Palmer won the young player of the season, so I think they are both winning. But
Mm-hmm.
Phil Foden for Manchester City this season, I think last season he didn't really have a great season, and this season Manchester City they had injuries. The likes of De Bruyne was out. They had a couple of players out also, and he
Mm-hmm.
stepped up and he was the main man in that team, scoring fantastic goals. I don't think there is any of the goals Phil Foden scored this season is just an easy goal to score. Fantastic, fantastic strike from outside the box, from like it's the way he links up the play. Like I feel like he improved way too much from last season. This season now I can gladly say yes. Is I don't want to say he's world class yes, but he's very close to being world class because he has been playing for Manchester City for I think 5 to 6 years now, and coming in as a young player, stepping into the Manchester City team, you can say because of the style of play, because of the manager in
Mm-hmm.
Pep Guardiola, yes, you should expect the players to play well. They even have other talented players like Bob, like those players are still coming through. But for Phil Foden this season, he stepped up, he was the main man, scored a lot of important goals in important moments. Look at the final day of the season when they needed someone to step up. He scored two fantastic goals early in the game against West Ham. That's the impact a player should be having on a team. I think Phil Foden is well deserved. I don't care what anyone wants to say. And so some people would say maybe Cole Palmer, yes, good. He had a good season with Chelsea, but I don't think Phil Foden played like a penalty, and he scored a lot of goals, fantastic goals, and it like for a Manchester City team, like we know the players we expect to step up now. The likes of Haaland, Haaland still scored a lot of goals, but the impact I think it's not just about the goals. The impact it's making on the overall game is fantastic. Like the way he looks up the play, his assist, the way he moves the ball, the way he dribble past players, you wonder that how is this guy able to do this? I think sometimes we mistake the goals for like the player is a good player. Fine, you can be scoring goals and not still be impacting the game the way some other players will do. And Phil Foden is a very fantastic player, and I think he deserves winning the player of the season 100%. I think he still has a lot of awards to win. But now it is very important for him to take that form into the Euros and if possible, win the Euros for England and show everyone that yes, it's not just in the Premier League. I can do it on the world stage. I can take it to another level and still achieve something great. But fantastic for Phil Foden. He deserves the player of the season 100%.
Now let's move on to the young player of the year, and in my opinion, I'm gonna go for the obvious. You've hinted on him, Phil, not Phil Foden. I'm sorry, Cole Palmer. I could easily go and be biased and say, yeah, no, Kobe Mainoo, but let's be real. Kobe Mainoo started playing in late November, December, whatever it was, and then of course still had his impact, but he hasn't had the impact that Cole Palmer has had this season. This season is the first season Cole Palmer has been a main feature because last year for Man City was his how would you call it, his breakthrough season where he didn't play that much games. He came in and out coming off the bench, but this is the first season where he's been one of the main players starting week in week out, and the stats, the features for what he's done for Chelsea, the goals he scored, his ability, the way he beats man, it has to be that he is the young player of the year. To have that kind of impact against a struggling Chelsea's team that's got so many players,
Yeah,
but be that guy to be the talisman and be the top goal scorer in your first season, and what a tremendous buy, under 50 million. That's a bargain
yeah,
right now.
yeah.
But
But
yeah,
I think,
go
but I
on.
think with Cole Palmer, I love this player so much, and I think the fact that he's also a Manchester United fan growing up is
Yeah, it
something else that
has.
I feel like.
It has.
I feel like when it comes to scouting and we recruiting players, we've not really done our job as a club. Getting players of this quality that also support the club, that I will fight and die on the hill with Manchester United. We are not getting such players in, and it's just sad seeing him play for another club. And we are talking about him with high praises because he deserves everything that's coming his way. Fantastic player. The impact he had on this Chelsea team, I can say he took Chelsea from 12 to 6. he was involved in everything good for Chelsea this season. Everyone, I think when it comes to this Copama talk, I need to show my face so you can see how
We
how
lose your connection again.
nah, I'm not sure I'm going to miss it again. So let's like I think Arsenal disrupted my connection. I was trying to talk about Arsenal and then everything went second. I don't I don't know what's going on. But Kopama, you like I've spoken about him on this show like 3 4 times, and we are just like the sixth episode or seventh episode in, and it's showing you how much I've seen the impact he has made on the Chelsea team and in the Premier League this season. Chelsea, saying about them. We were bantering them, laughing about them, and no, they are sixth position. I don't know how they got there, but Kopama is 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 the main man, is the huge difference that took them from 12 to 6. I think if the Chelsea side improve and they get better, Kopama would also enjoy more because
Mhm.
now you have more than doing because the rest of the players they don't understand themselves, and that's why I don't want to get to that yet. But I think second coach is a mistake. We'll get to that later. But how the Chelsea team is going to gel together, and the more they understand themselves, I think they are the youngest squad in the Premier League. A lot of young players, a lot of talent that will materialize into stars if properly coached. So I just think
Mhm.
Kopama, with the impact he has made this season in a struggling Chelsea side, looking at Phil Foden, we know he's in a very good Manchester City side, so we can give him all the praises he deserves, but we still know he has a good team around him. But with Kopama, he played with a lot of shit players this season, a lot of bad performances with Chelsea, but he was still stepping up. He was still scoring goals. Even when Chelsea are losing, he's scoring 1 goal, he's scoring 2 goals, he's making an assist. He's being involved in everything right going for Chelsea. Fantastic player, well deserved player of the season, deserved. And if possible, he'd even win the player of the season. But because Chelsea are
Oh no.
plus
Ola, you need to go
that
back to
award, I
you need
think
to
is
go back
well
to
deserved
audio.
for him.
You cut a second. You need to go back to the audio section
Yeah,
because it was doing really well. But yeah, so you're saying to me you confirm Cole Palmer your young player of the year. Now let's move it up to the manager of the year, which for me
yeah,
I would have to go for Unai Emery. You know, taking Aston Villa as far as he can in the Europa League and then finishing them in the Champions League position. It's the first time Aston Villa has gone back to the Champions League. And it's Aston Villa or a Champions League winner team as well. They've done Arsenal. Let me just let you know, Aston Villa has won the Champions League in their history. They've won that before. And to see them back in the Champions League overtaking our position, you know, because I always thought that fourth place should have been ours because you know that if you look at the points difference, it's like about 8 points. Fourth
yeah.
place, fourth from eighth, it's like 8 points difference, and that could have been us, but it isn't. But yeah, I have to say, big shout out to Unai Emery for the work he's done. You know, everyone thought Alex Ferguson was crazy at the start of the season when Aston Villa lost like 4-0 to Newcastle, and they asked him, "Who do you think is going to be the surprising team, and whose team are you impressed with?" And even though as he watched the team where Aston Villa got spanked by Newcastle in the first game of the season, he said it. Aston Villa, Unai Emery, what they done, and now people are looking at Ferguson like he was crazy, but they're not looking at him now like they're like, oh, look, Ferguson, he's got wisdom, he sees it,
Yeah,
he sees the future, he knows what's good. Even if you're a losing team, he can see no, this team is good. It just hasn't worked out for them. But when everything comes together, you shall see. But yeah, who is your manager of the year, Ola?
I think I want to go for Andon Iraola. I don't know why, but I think the Bournemouth manager. He came into that team. They were like struggling, and they went on a run of games. Uh, and to even have a player in a Bournemouth team among the top five goal scorers, highest goal scorers this season is fantastic. In Solanke, scoring a lot of goals, the importance that team, and you know smaller teams like they struggle because the quality and a lot of things that the Manchester Cities, the Chelseas, the Arsenal, the United have, they don't have at their disposal. But for a manager to come in and steady a team to the extent that they were winning back to back. Like from December into January, they were on a run of games of winning. They came back from 3-0 down to win 4-3 in a game. I don't even think if like United this season, if we were losing 2-0, we already know it was done. But losing 3-0 in the first half and coming back in the second half to win that game by 4-3 against, I think it was against Luton Town, that's that's levels. I don't want to know how small that club is, but the mentality, the drive those players showed to take it to that level. I think for a yes, they they are on top. I think the easiest option is in you need to go below the table and look at those teams that don't have the quality to do it, and they were able to do something, make an impact. At the beginning of the season, they were struggling with relegation. They were in the bottom three, but miraculously, Anthony Arola came in and it changed a lot of things in that club. Like Solanke, I don't know how he did it, and I could remember Solanke from Liverpool then that we just think he's just an average player, stepping up this season and scoring a lot of goals. I think at some point, like you are going there, you are scared. They won against United 3-0. Solanke was the important figure in every good thing happening for them. And part of being a good coach is improving players. Make it like Semenyo also on the wing for them. Fantastic players stepped up this season in the league and showed that yes, we can actually go on a run of games. We can actually play well. So I will go with Anthony Raola, not because he has achieved anything exceptional, but I think for the bottom team, for the teams in their level, the Forest, the even the Burnleys. Look at Burnley. They got relegated, and they had a company that was playing good football in the championship. So the Premier League is not easy. Like for a smaller team to come out to show that yes, we can play good football and we can win convincingly. So I'll go for Andoni Raola. But we all know the obvious choice and the person that was given the manager of the season, which is Pep Guardiola, and it's well deserved because 4 in a row, no one has ever done that in the Premier League, and that's history being made there, and it deserves it. It deserves to be crowned the manager of the season. But just to add this, maybe next time, maybe they can just do a bottom half manager of the season or a top half manager of the season. Just because I feel like some of the quality these coaches of the smaller teams bring is overlooked. We don't get to praise them a lot. We don't get to give them credit for the job they are doing. Look at Solanke now that I spoke about. No one is really talking about him now. The season is done, but he had a fantastic season. Players like this should be appreciated. They should be talked about, and to give them the confidence to step up and do better next season, or even get better deals, better offers, move into bigger clubs, and show that yes, I am not here to play. I can actually do it on a bigger stage.
And remember, guys, smash that like button, guys, and share across the social media platforms for those who are watching. Moving on from manager, goal of the season. Let's not take too long. We've gone past our time of the segment. I'm going to be straight, blunt, without too much explanation. I would have to go for that old bicycle kick from Alejandro Garnacho for my goal of the season. And for you, Ola, what's yours?
Mm-hmm. Well, of the season, I was thinking about the bicycle kick, but I think I would switch away from that. I will go for. I know a lot of United fans who want to hear this, but the Rashford strike against Manchester City.
I hear that. That's you. And then moving on from goal of the season of most improved team of the season for you, me, I'm going with Aston Villa.
I've gone Bournemouth.
You're
Most
going
improved.
Bournemouth. No problem.
No, yeah, I'm pushing towards Crystal Palace
Ola,
because
you sound like you're away from your mic.
oh okay, hold on, can
Mm-hmm.
you hear me better?
No.
Okay, hold on, just hold on. Let me step that. You can carry on. Let me step that up.
Oh yeah. So I was saying, yep, definitely. What did I just say? Most improved team, Aston Villa. You guys know exactly my reasons why. But that, for those who are watching as well, remember we are live, or I'm live, Saturday, 2:40 for the FA Cup final. We're going to have a little quick prediction. Yes. Not really. You sound like you're away from... You're a bit away.
Can you hear me?
I feel like your mic turned off.
It's not off actually. I think it's I think my headphone battery is low. I think that's what I'm expecting. But don't worry. I will drop out and jump back in.
Okay. Let's continue the show, guys, and moving on from this. As I said before, most improved team, Aston Villa, and of course, last but not least, what did I have in my mind? Let's move it on. Guys. Smash that like button, guys, and share across all social media platforms as we move on to 10 arcs on certain future. And for those who would like to know, let me just share the news. And this is coming from Di Marzio. Di Marzio himself said that Erik ten Hag is set to leave Manchester United this summer. Kieran McKenna, Mauricio Pochettino, Roberto De Zerbi are leading candidates for the role. I say regarding the situation, Di Marzio himself telling us this news. I want to know, how come no one else is reporting this? Because Fabrizio Romano is unsure of the future of Erik ten Hag. I also was reading, what's his name? Yes.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, that's better.
Okay.
But yes, as I was saying, I was reading Simon Stone. Simon Stone hasn't said anything. So all these top tiers haven't said anything about Erik ten Hag's future. And I know there's rumors and uncertainties, but let's see if it's actually, because the FA Cup is the last game, which is a Saturday. If everything is true, we shall see if Erik ten Hag will be sacked. Or what if it's a situation that Erik ten Hag doesn't agree with the new direction, and he probably tell them that he wants to part ways, just like the way Mauricio Pochettino parted ways with Chelsea. Ola, your thoughts on this news regarding Erik ten Hag, potentially Kieran McKenna, Mauricio Pochettino, De Zerbi, potential replacement?
Ivorian, you know, with that we are like when it comes to transfers, there are always different rumors about Manchester United, different people linked to Manchester United, different stories that people just cook up in their living room just to come out and trend and say things that are not valid about Manchester United. I think Erik ten Hag can be sacked because he had a shambolic season with Manchester United, but I don't think anyone has that fact that yes, he's going to be sacked, and that's why I think this is just speculations, because we all know, even we as fans, if I have a huge follower base, I can come out and say Erik ten Hag will be sacked at the end of this season, because we all know he had a bad season. It is not rocket science to know that with the season he had, he deserves to be sacked. But we don't know what decision is going to be made. I think, like you said, it might be the one trying to resign and leave the job because he knows, okay, maybe he might be sacked, or it might just be like the Pochettino team, which is like a mutual agreement, but in a way it's still being sacked in a way, because mutual agreement, I don't think anyone will want to leave. I don't think he wants to leave United. But if he sees that it's not going his way, or maybe the talks he has been having with them about transfers and all, they are on different pages, he can choose that, yes, let me leave and move on to something else. So I think it's just speculations for now. There is no final decision. I don't think anyone really knows anything. But everybody are just jumping on the fact that Manchester United had a very bad season, and we've seen Louis van Gaal sacked after winning the FA Cup, and I don't even think he had a bad season as this. So it can actually happen. Even if you win a trophy, you can still be sacked. And I think everybody are just jumping on it. And we should just sit tight and expect more of this, because over the coming days, over the coming weeks, we'll be linked with different people, different players, both the ones we are in for and the ones we are not in for.
Did you know what really bothers me the most? It's the Kieran McKenna. link. I'm like, who's this boy? Who's this guy? Ipswich, yes, I know.
All that is just I feel like there is no credibility to that because Kenny McKenna, credit to him, he had a fantastic season with Ipswich. The
Yeah.
last couple of seasons has been good, bringing them into the Premier League. Fantastic achievement he has there. No one is discrediting that, but I think all these speculations is because it was at United under Ole, he had a fantastic season. They just link up everything linkable because they feel like this is Manchester United. Let's just bring out a story. And I don't think if you want to sack Kenny McKenna is the way to go, is the way forward. I don't think Thomas Tuchel is the way forward also. But we will be linked with everyone and anyone. And if Ten Hag is sacked, I think no one will question the decision because he actually had a very bad season. And I think he also put himself in more problem because the first season he had came in third, won the Carabao Cup, got to the FA Cup final. The expectation was high. You can't go this. You can't down tools from there. You should be progressing, not going backwards. And I think this season we've not progressed this season. We've gone backwards. We've had bad performances, back to back in almost all the games we played this season. And that's why if he's sacked, I think he's justified to be sacked because he had a bad season. But if he's given time, we just need to trust the process and believe he can change something or take us to the promised land.
I agree with you. He's had a bad season. Oh, I think I'm hearing playback. I'm just going to mute you for a second. Yeah, I agree that he's had a bad season, and which is justifiable that he should get sacked. But at the same time, there's so much people to blame, and I just can't just blame Eric Ten Hag on his own. These are the players, the ownership. To see the stadium flood like it's the River Nile, like that at Old Trafford, it just shows bad ownership. There's so much things wrong with Manchester United, and it does start with the manager first, but at the same time, the players as well. And I want to see not just the manager. We've also we don't want to see the manager just get sacked, and some of these scrubs still stay here. I would like to see a lot of mass exodus at Old Trafford. But yeah, moving on from that, of course, this is where your part is, the England selection. So take it away, my bro.
Yeah, I think we've not touched on Poch, so I think we talk about Poch also a bit.
Just because we've gone past our time.
I just think just real quick. Like Ivorian, I think are you surprised about Poch being sacked? Just real quick.
No, I'm not because this is Chelsea. Chelsea sat managers for fun. They had expectations. Top 4. They spent £1 billion. So I understand them.
Yeah, I get that, but I feel like towards the end of the season they were beginning to gel. They were beginning to understand the manager and the tactics, and taking that away from the players, I think is because now bringing someone new in, you give him a new target, you give him get him some new players most likely, and now you need to give him that target again, and he has to build from scratch because I don't think like we know that with managers they come with their style of play, they come with their tactics. And if it's different from what the current manager is doing, they need to give them time to gel again, which is unfair on the players. But that's just Chelsea's business. Moving on, I think which is the England squad, and the big news there is Marcus Rashford left out of the England provisional squad, going to the Euros, and I think I don't know where the outrage is coming from. I don't know why some people believe it should make it.
Yeah, I know.
And like I see top pundits, I see top people in football coming out to say some things that I feel like fine, it's your opinion, but we should base it on facts. Going to a tournament, you should deserve it. You should have shown that yes, I have something to show in this tournament. The likes of Cole Palmer, Phil Foden, even Kobe Mainoo going. Fantastic player. His first season in the Premier League, and he had a huge impact on Manchester United's season. The season was not great, but as a young player coming through, we saw what he could do. Cole Palmer also fantastic. Olo Watkins for Aston Villa has been fantastic this season. I don't think it will be unfair. It will be unfair to Olo Watkins being dropped and taking Marcus Rashford. I think with this list, I think Southgate won my heart in a way because I think he picked a lot of players that deserve to go. a lot of players that have showed in the last 6 months or 1 year that yes, we are playing good football and we deserve to go to this tournament. Because, like in an ideal Southgate world, I don't think Kobe Meno will be in this list. I don't think Cole Palmer might actually even made the list, even after having a good season. But now we are seeing that yes, you have to earn the spot. You have to deserve going to the Euros. And I think that's one thing that can win them the Euros, because if you take players that are not in form, players that have not performed, you have to start playing them. You have to start giving them time to kick into gear. But now you have players that have stepped up all season and have played fantastic football all season. Put them together, select them in a very good way, and you have a very good team in the tournament. So I think that's positive for me. Marcus Rashford being dropped, and I hope he can learn from that and try to. I don't think he will leave United, so he just needs to build from that and try to give us a very good season next season. And Ivorian, I think Raheem Sterling too was dropped from the squad, and some other players. What do you think about the players that are dropped? And do you think the players in this squad deserve to go to this tournament?
Okay, what the players that have been dropped? Sorry, guys. The only thing I would say is that if Southgate was going with players that he trusts and knows, not just players that haven't had that experience and that he believes that always performs for England, I'm still shocked that Raheem Sterling is being treated this way for England. What the fuck has he done to be omitted from the squad and not be selected? It's just crazy. Like, the guy is just always been England's best players going into tournaments. It has never been Harry Kane. But to omit Raheem Sterling from the England squad, it's just bizarre. It's weird. I don't get it. And that's the only thing I can disagree. And even with Chelsea as well, Chelsea are starting to not really start him the last couple of games. I'm thinking, what is going on? Raheem Sterling is a top player. But maybe he's dropped a level. I just don't know. That's the only thing I would question. I cannot question the Rashford one. I truly believe Rashford should have never been picked or selected, and it was the right call based on his performance. How can you select someone that hasn't played well all season, doesn't even track back for Manchester, doesn't even look like he's in love with football anymore or in love with the game, to come and play for England, especially this season where he's even called in sick and hasn't really turned up? So you can't select Marcus Rashford, and it's a good opportunity for Marcus Rashford to go home, look at himself in the mirror and reflect, and just sit on the sofa and be punished to watch England play on TV while you're at home on holiday. But he might not even stay. He might not even go home. He might go on holiday.
But I think for a player, that should be a good thing. That should be something to challenge you to do better, to challenge you to end that spot next time. And not just that, I think where I think Marcus Rashford might have questions is Luke Shaw has not played for United all season, but he's in the squad.
But I don't agree with that.
Yes, and I think if I am Marcus Rashford, I'll look at it that okay, maybe because there's a lot of players in my position that are better than me, but why is Luke Shaw going? I think there should be another left back that deserves that position ahead of Luke Shaw. But and that's where the bias come in, because you look like okay, there are some players that maybe are favourite to go or not, and this and that. I think Marcus Rashford would have gone if the likes of Cole Palmer didn't step up this season to achieve what they achieved and played at the level they played in. I think Henderson would have gone if, number one, if he didn't move to Saudi, and number two, if the likes of Kobe Meno didn't step up and show that yes, I can actually do more than what Henderson will offer for England this season. And also the media pressure, the fans, they are not keeping quiet. They are crying out for what they want. I think in Kobe Meno's England debut, you could see what he offers to that squad. You see what he was trying to do. And every fan wants that. I think when it comes to England, we are leaving the bias of I'm a United fan, I'm a Chelsea fan, and I'm an Arsenal fan. These are England fans, and they want England to go all out and win the Euros. So regardless of whatever you think of your favorite player, we need players that deserve to go and will give us good performances. And I think Southgate, with this provisional list, I think yes, he made some decisions that are good, but we know he still have to. I think he still has to remove like 3 players.
No, 26 players go. He selected 33 men squad. provisional squad. So
Yeah,
so what? That's 6 players need to be gone.
yeah, so some players still need to will still be out of that squad, but I just hope it's not the likes of Obama and Kobe Mino, because I think they will actually add a lot to that squad. They will actually add the quality they are bringing in, the pattern of play they will bring into that team is going to be helpful for them and could take them all out to win the Euros. But I think this should be, if I'm Southgate, I want to win these Euros, because I think after this, I don't think he has any more excuses left to give, because we've made a lot of excuses for him, and he has gotten chances upon chances. I don't think anyone has actually called for his job, but regardless, we know the performances are not on the level they should be. With the quality of players England have, they should be playing better, they should be dominating better, and they should be on top of everything when it comes to country football. And hopefully, he selects the players that deserve to go, and they go there and they show that yes, the faith the manager has in me, I'm going to show him why I deserve to be in this tournament. But I think the list is okay. I don't know what's your overall thought about the list. Do you think
This is
it's
fine.
good?
I'm glad to see Trent Alexander be selected for the World Cup. I mean, for the Euros, because he's missed a lot of the other previous tournaments. He missed the World Cup. He missed the Euro selection as well. And I feel like the manager Southgate still doesn't know how to use a player like Trent Alexander-Arnold. So we'll see whether he's going to be a player that will be starting. You know, Kyle Walker's there. Trippier is there as well. So many right backs as well he selected. I don't know what type of formation he's going to play, but he put Trent in the midfield category and put Jude Bellingham in the forward category. So it's a bit of a weird one, you know. But apart from that, I can't really complain about the selection. I would have loved to see Fikayo Tomori be selected. I only question the selection of Harry Maguire and Luke Shaw, that how they are not fit for play for Manchester United, but you've been selected in the provisional squad for England. Like, this is where I need to question. This is where Rooney's quotes of players are choosing to make themselves unavailable to play for Manchester United. But watch when it comes to the FA Cup final. You know, all of a sudden, like I said before, all of a sudden Martial's fit, you know. Everyone is coming back to play that final and maybe playing the Euros. But look at Luke Shaw. The guy has been injured the whole season.
I
How
think
do
it's
you select him?
Ivorian, at this point, I don't even care. I feel like it's gone already. It's gone, and that's the positive. And if he can win us the FA Cup before he leaves, I think I'm okay with that, Ivorian, because at the end of the day, this season has been bad. I think we deserve something to make us happy this season, because we've been sad all season. We can't lie. Like, sometimes I watch your videos and I'm like, bro, you are trying, doing the watch alongs, the match reactions and
I'm
everything. Like,
trying.
I don't think we've had a cause to banter any other side this season. We've never had the opportunity to say yes, this team is shit or that team is shit.
No, you
We
can't.
have been on the receiving end throughout this season, and an FA Cup win would actually do us a lot of good. Not like it will write off what has gone on this season. This season has still been shit. I don't think anything is going to change that. But that would be a way, just not because of even the players or the manager, just because of we the fans, because we deserve something to make us happy. Because, like, I know some Manchester United fans they've been through a lot of depression this season. Some of them they've even opted not to watch football again. Like, we know people that are like, yes, I love this team, I want to support the team. Even as they are not watching, they will still go and peep at the score that, oh, what the United played today. Oh, we lost again. And they keep going back there, and we keep losing. Like, I think we've had bad seasons recently, but I think this season is up there, because, like, we're not able to even win 2 games in a row. We win one, we lose 2, or lose 3, draw. Just, like, I think I'm glad the season is over, but the FA Cup is the last one, is the last thing that I think we are hoping for. Even if we are going to lose, because most likely we might be on the losing end, it should not be an outrageous loss. Let's just
And
take the one new.
before we even end the show, because we're coming close to the end, and I just want to hear what your thoughts quickly and briefly. That game, because obviously you saw the thumbnail, Man City, Man United. How do you think that's gonna go? Who's gonna win? Scoreline, quickly.
I want United to win, but what I want is different from what they are going to give me, most likely. So most likely we might be on the losing end because Manchester City are the favourites. They are not in the Champions League final, so they have nothing to look forward to. That's their last game this season also. If they were in the Champions League final, I would have said yes, they will be resting some players, they will be cautious because they need to go for the final, but now no final. So I think most likely I will just stick with the fact that some players are coming back and hopefully they can do a job. The job they've not done all season, they might be able to just do it in this one game and win us the FA Cup. So I will stick with United getting the shocking win. I don't know how we're going to do that.
The only way,
Against,
the only way I see us winning is penalty shootouts.
I don't care. And I don't even. If it's penalty shootout, I'll take it. I just want us to just end the season. I want the fans to be happy with something this season. I think the FA Cup is going to make us happy and will make us forget our souls for a while, for the bad season for a while, and come back to it after a week or two. But I think the fans deserve the win.
Oh,
But
no, we did.
I think you know what will most likely happen, Ivorian.
I know that Man City are favourites. They're going to win that game, and it would be nice for Manchester United to win something, but realistically, I don't see us winning. But the players need to win if they want to be in Europe next season, because everything hinges on that that FA Cup final. Can the boys deliver?
If it's about being in Europe, and I think I want United to win, but that being in Europe thing, I don't think I want it. I don't think I want to.
You want the one game a week? We'll focus on our game.
Yes, I don't think I want to be in Europe. And I think if we win the FA Cup final, I will be happy and happy we are in Europe. But I think if they can remove that price of being in Europe from it, I will win it. I'm going to be happy because going to the Europa League Thursday, Sunday football, that's another L. You know how that goes. It's not always easy to play on Thursdays and Sundays, travel long distance and all. I think it won't work well on the players. We've seen how bad this season could be, and next season I just want us to focus on the league, just focus on building our team, focus on playing that one game a week and take it one step at a time. But if we win the FA Cup against the Europa League, I will be happy, but I don't want to be in any European competition. I won't lie. I just want to focus on the league and build my team.
Well, that's it. We hope that Manchester United can win this Saturday against Man City, but it's a huge doubt, man. Big up to everyone that's tuning today. Smash that like button, share across the social media platforms. We'll be back next week, and of course, remember this Saturday the watch along 2:40 p.m. Join me, and also do the match reaction as well. Hopefully, United can lift that trophy. If not,
Manchester United, please make Ivorian happy for once. And all the work you've done this season, and let's just give a kudos to everyone who has been supporting the Red United family, football family also, all through this season. We went into the AFCON also. This some AFCON streams and everything, and the support has been massive. And we want you guys to keep supporting because the support is what's going to give us the opportunity to grow, the opportunity to move forward, give you guys better and great content. And this our show is not stopping. We'll be giving you some shows during the Euros, transfer news, transfer updates. Just we are happy to have you guys here, and we just hope you guys can keep supporting, keep giving us the energy because you are the flow. We are riding on because without you guys, I think with the frustration we have been going through this season, at some point we would have just said we are not interested in this again. But we keep pushing because this is like a therapy. We need to calm down. We need to cool down. We need to dissect everything, look at it as fans, and how we can better our club, our team, and just talk about it and feel good about it. So guys, thank you for your support and keep supporting us. Football family also I've been dropping some videos lately, some short videos talking about FIFA. I think there's some more coming out, and let's just keep doing the good job, and we appreciate your support. And big up Ivorian, big up the job you've been doing, back-to-back streams. Some days you are sleeping late at night, some days you are tired, but you still
try and deliver
the streams. And
we just want just for the stupid team that's not made me happy. I still wake up.
But I just hope in a couple of seasons from now we will be happy that yes, we went through this period, but now we are back up there and we are challenging and winning titles and winning trophies because we deserve that. And this is what makes us true fans because we don't run away. We don't leave when times are hard. We stay there, stick with our team, support them all through, and when the good time comes, we will be here to enjoy it, and hopefully at some point even go to Old Trafford and hang out, enjoy football, watch football at Old Trafford.
Well, the new and improved Old Trafford we were hoping to go to because I'm not going to that and get killed in the rain.
No, but I think Sajim. Hopefully they can look for a
Yes, they
solution to
have
that
plans. They have
and
plans.
work on that because that's sad. That's imagine people traveling from all over the world to Old Trafford and the roof is leaking and like it's just sad. I think with United, I'm just glad this season is over. And what I want to see from now is positivity, positive news, positive signing, positive news on the stadium, on every part of Manchester United, and we can build on that positivity into next season and start the season on a high. So thank you very much, guys, and God bless you guys.
And on that note, we'll see you next week, Thursday. Peace.